Morning everyone. Got a lovely ride today, riding the MA10 from north to south, so starting in Pollença, heading down to the Port of Andratx. Loyal viewers will remember that this ride came in at number 1 on my top list of routes on the island. I've got Mr. Daniel Jones joining me today, so we've got about 130k, 120k in total, about 2,500 meters climbing.
It's going to be the biggest ride I've done in a year.
A year? What are you hoping for today?
Just hoping we can get around without a bonk. It's the climbing that's the killer. I know I can do the distance, but 120 with 2,500 is a big old day for me.
Yeah, so we're just on the Femenia now. Set out when it was still dark, so I left at about 7:30. I was hoping for a spectacular sunrise over there, but doesn't seem to have happened. But yeah, we got some great climbs today. So starting with the Femenia, then a few smaller ones. Got some great descending off Puig. Yeah, it's going to be a corker. Right, that's the Femenia done and dusted. Nice gentle one to start the day. Trying to pace ourselves a little bit because it's going to be a long day, 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, it's going well. No one's bonked yet. We're about 1 hour and 3/4 into the ride now. Just gone past the turning to Sa Calobra. Not on the agenda today. Climbing well. Sun's just starting to peek out in places, but generally it's quite cloudy. Bit slick on the roads, but still a pleasure to be out. Not seen any other cyclists yet. We're about 36k in, but yeah, got the road to ourselves. Very lucky. So we're heading up the northern side of Puig now, going past the Embassament de Coubert, which is the other reservoir, just over there. Big Major itself, enshrined in cloud. The radar thing, can't see it at all. From what I read the other day about the Vuelta a Mallorca, there's actually snow up the top. So I'm expecting it's going to get pretty chilly. It's already quite nippy, but I think once we're down in Soya, from there it's going to be a bit warmer and yeah, blue skies. I can see them ahead, just need to get down to sea level. Got the Mallorcan black vultures above us, putting on a bit of a show. I think they've spotted Dan. You know, he's not had his coffee. They're taking him down pretty soon. Big bastards. I'm just at the top of Puig Major now, overlooking Soya, all that way down there. Pretty chilly up here. You may notice I'm on a different bike today. I'm on a TCR, courtesy of Bike Island Mallorca, who I'm lucky enough to now say are sponsoring the channel. So got Ultegra Di2 on there, absolutely beautiful bike, nice to kind of mix it up a little bit. You can see this is the kind of wild rig that I'm running to film everything. So yeah, if you're coming to Mallorca, staying in Port de Pollença or Alcudia or somewhere in the north, check out Bike Island Mallorca. Check the description of this video where there'll be a discount code as well. What do you make of that?
I mean, that's got to be the best road surface on the planet. It's like newly fresh tarmac, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
My hands, I was so cold then. I couldn't, it felt like I wasn't able to steer right.
We're just leaving Sawyer now, heading up the climb towards Daya, getting onto the coastal section of the MA10, which is the real kind of money section. Can't remember exactly what climb this is that we're on now. I'm sure I'll be able to tell you in a minute. If not, I'll put it on the screen. But a few kilometres, relatively shallow gradient on this really smooth tarmac. I think they resurfaced it a couple of years ago. Good descent off Puig Major. Almost froze to death. A couple of moments where we almost got blown off the bikes. Some big gusts on that. And I'm sure you'll see it in the footage, but the sheep, Jesus Christ, that was a bit scary. Heading into Daya now on the coast road. Happy days. Probably time for a coffee soon, I think. I only had a little mug of instant this morning, all I had time for, so nice coffee would do me well. Such a beautiful stretch of road. The surface is so good around here too. So a trip through Daya wouldn't be complete with a little stop at the cafe here in the centre of town. Little almondy creamy croissant. Not bad. Dan's not hugely impressed with his. Bit too bready. We'll be excommunicated from Daya pretty soon. I've got it on camera. This is the start of the downfall, the cancellation. We're 3.5 hours into the ride, just about to tick over 80k. Just heading up the north side of the Coll de Claret. So a few kilometres, about 5%, nothing too tricky. And then it's descending the other side, and then we're onto the really good stuff down on the coast. Très exciting. The thing that makes this route so great, particularly as you get towards this end, is the thrills just don't really stop coming. Just had an amazing little winding section of road, and now we're at the top of the Coll de Sa Gramola, which I think is one of the most underrated little climbs on the whole island. Really, really fun. Looking forward to it. Just arrived in Banyal Bufar. Not sure if you saw, but Dan tried to do a little bit of Mario Kart action, dropping his gilet in front of me, trying to take me out. He knew that I'd do him on the descent and resorted to dirty tactics, so you know, I've left him. I can't be dealing with that. Is that Jonas Vingegaard? Yeah. Pretty sure Jonas Vingegaard just went past us. I saw a skinny little man in a yellow outfit. Can only be. Approaching 100k now for the ride. We're just in the absolute sweet spot. I think the best road in the world, on the best part of it. Things are good. Just heading up the Coll de Pi, not sure how to say it, out of Estelence. We've gone over 100 kilometers now, so about 30k left to go, but still a couple more climbs, so maybe an hour and a half and we'll be done. I think we've got a little bit of a wait for our transfer. Nothing to do with them. I just didn't realize we'd be so goddamn fast. Got a Mallorca Cycle Shuttle picking us up, and they're a bit of a must know if you're planning on doing this route. Obviously we're traveling point to point, which means unless you've got someone feeling very generous with the car, can mean a bit of logistical planning. So the Mallorca Cycle Shuttle is really handy, running from about mid-Feb, I think. They've got different routes, whether they're taking you down to Port de Pollença to start and head north to south, or the same the other way. They also have a Sa Calobra shuttle, so you can get there with fresh legs if you want to smash a PB. I'll put a bit more about them in the description, but well worth checking out. So just heading up the north side of Coll de Sa Gramola. Great news for fans of smooth roads. It has recently been re-tarmacked, so the dog's dinner that once paved its way has now been replaced by something smooth as butter. I recently did my top climbs on the island and this wasn't anywhere near it, mainly because of that dodgy road surface, but with what we've got here, if I revisit that, it may have to make a case for itself. So what have you thought of the MA10 route then, Dan?
Great, and I don't think there's been a bad section of it. All of the road is incredible.
Yeah.
Quiet, the scenery is beautiful. There isn't anything I can say that's bad. I mean, if there's a few more shops and petrol stations and that kind of stuff, right? But other than that, it's pretty much the creme de la creme of cycling, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard to argue that.
I think visit in April, short sleeves, lots of cyclists on the road.
Might be too hot.
Might be a bit too hot. There'll be a few more cafes open, but it does mean that you have to contend with the buses and the tourists and hire cars driving it. So, you know, people might knock Mallorca in the winter, but that's the only time you're going to be able to get complete VIP access. Right, time for the final descent of the day. Should be a good one. Let's do this. Talk about freshly laid tarmac. Jesus Christ, that was cracked off in
See it on the slide. That was literally millions old tarmac.
So there we go, it's the end of the ride here in Port Andratx, waiting for the good people of Mallorca Cycle Shuttle to pick us up. Make sure if you're looking to do the MA10 or ride to Sa Calobra, you give them a look. I'll put a link to their website down below. Thanks to Bike Island Mallorca for letting me have this wonderful Ultegra Di2 Giant TCR. Been really nice riding that. Makes a nice change to try something a little bit different. They do all sorts of stuff down there, from high-end road bikes to mountain bikes to kind of tourers and e-bikes. So if you're coming to Mallorca, staying in the north of the island, definitely check them out at the link below, and make sure to use my discount code as well. Solid as a rock.